Hey folks, gonna go do that raid now. Just getting there.
Yeah, that word does sound like porn, doesn't it, Dangle?
I'm missing one person from the Discord. I think it's Strax. Sky.
Okay, this way. Again, late, and it's just mad dash for the computer.
I think it would be less confusing to name Corey and Corey both the one true Corey.
Because I am the one true Corey.
Shut up, fake Corey.
Up here.
I
have them below the normal because they're talking quite loudly.
I love how none of my guild is sticking up for me.
Sorry, fake Corey. I'll start sticking up for you.
Have you been to the internet before, mate?
The internet Discord.
Oh yeah, my trick. Yeah.
I can finish this his upon your
Actually,
question.
I'm not tanking. I'm going to change the face DPS. Be right back.
I would notice.
I would prefer the DPS over tank. Please don't make me tank this. This is new to me and it's scary.
I mean, it's kind of new to everyone.
Look at my Worgen face. Look how scared I am of this. This is all new. I am hugging.
Whimper like a dog.
You know, you could just
Wait.
slash cower.
We're doing this on heroic first.
I am like holding on to this giraffe.
So, apparently as a Fury warrior, you can actually get the Trident as a drop.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Well,
but
there's also
everything
a
here
Trident.
sucks, so...
There's also a Trident for tank druids on the second one.
Yeah, that's the Trident I'm on about. It's coming up in my loot table on Fury.
Well, it's a tank thing, it seems to me.
Oh, they've changed it.
Because it doesn't give you primary stat by default. You need to get hit quite a lot for it to actually give you the primary stat. So
Yeah.
kind of seems to be meant for tanking.
It's not letting me in the raid because I have this quest. Invite me back.
If you do take enough damage, it does end up going like higher than what.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but there's a prop chance and you're not
Well,
supposed to be
it does-
taking damage.
Exactly, and it says a low chance to form. So the proc chance
God
is
damn.
apparently not even that high.
I
You could try and combine it with stuff like the trinket from the second boss, the Lucas Insidious gift, which also damages you.
I've them lowered greatly, and they're still really loud. God damn.
Yeah, but the only thing with that one is if you don't cancel it in time, it kills you.
Yeah.
Okay, now I realize why I was
Yeah,
lowering
that's-
incorrectly.
Back when it was like a
Oh, that's better.
in some
I
cases,
was lowering the
you
wrong
just
speaker
have to
system.
apply it to get Alkin frenzy for.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Right, re-invite me to the quest, please. The group, sorry.
Right to that quest.
They...
Quest, fucker. Thank you. Yeah, it wouldn't let me inside because I had the quest, so I had to abandon it inside and then leave and shit. It was a pain in the arse.
Apparently,
And
Sky is tanking a piss. That sounds.
Hey, it's Skinny Noodles!
really meant to grab a bottle of water before I started this. Ugh.
It's Skinny Noodles is
I-
the thin one.
I just
and
completely
Buff
forgot.
Noodles is the fat elephant one.
Anyway,
Also known as your penis and your head.
Yeah.
there's two of them. The speaker's the ranged one, the feared is the melee one. When
Who's
those
the speaker?
25% of their maximum health, and they in charge of relic.
That's me.
Okay, and who are you in the raid?
That's right, I did say.
I'm the sparkly druid on the side who's sort of jumping.
Not the one with the crown. That's me, I'm the queen.
I'm gonna give you a main assist roll as well.
Okay, they have all the wet fed buff. I
You
don't.
should probably just assist me anyway, because I'm one of the officers in the other guild.
Fuck it, I'll just use this.
I generally have assist.
I mean, I don't have assist.
Even I don't have assist.
Well, that's because
Why are you all lying?
Your guild master doesn't take care
Cool.
of you like our guild master takes care of us.
Yeah, I'm
So
the advisor now.
ensure only one range player receives that.
It's
Nah.
not sexual.
And
He's
inflicts
just like Russians.
He's just completely inept.
What, just vodka?
once the void bottle at the player and does so much damage within 5 yards of the target, it increases threat generation by that. And it deals less damage further away the target is.
Hey, Void just got it.
There are no items that are useful for me here.
Pretty much the same. I switched to Pharaoh spec. It's more useful stuff. I mean, flute spec.
Half of this looks more
So only one
like
ranged
Blade.
player
Half of
receives
it looks
that.
like tanking stuff more than anything.
It is.
Stagger interrupts on
And quite
witness the
often it's
end
not good.
to manage incoming damage.
That's really double-edged everything. Oh, you gain a
Well, that's
shield.
kind of the theme of all of them, is that they're slightly double-edged.
I mean,
Okay, so
gloves would be nice,
I'm not
but
sure if this
it's
is relevant
nice
for
gloves,
melee
but I like
DPS.
current gloves.
Stagger interrupts, fair enough, which will be terrible. Good thing I set this thing up. And destroy Visit from Beyond before it can cast
That
Terrifying Echo.
staff, Casper, switch to Restoration spec and look at the Restless Cabal.
You can just not sword by spec. Look at it.
He meant change the geared filter. Smart man.
Oh yeah, I tried this last night to see if it would work. It
What, the
didn't.
appearance of it?
Yeah,
That is nice, yeah. I like that.
I'd
Come
use
on,
that
give
as
me
an
the thing.
Echo probe.
Ah,
Yep, that's exactly what I expected him to say. Exactly those fucking words.
I'll have this, so.
Going better than I do.
Sadly,
No,
I wish
what's
I
the
did
big
it.
version of it?
It looks like a weirder version of that staff that Loki uses in the Avengers to touch people's heads and turn them evil,
I really wish it was the potion one.
which evidently can also be used as an anal probe.
Okay, they seem to have quieted down a bit. I can hire it up a little.
Okay. So who doesn't know the fight?
Just about everyone.
Nobody.
Okay, cool,
No,
nice.
I'm
That's very
I'm
comforting to
glad.
know.
Sorry,
Uh,
have you done it before then?
Right.
yes,
let's
I have
wing it
actually. No, but I mean, you know, videos or just reading the tactics.
We are way too cool for that.
I am never ready, but ready.
That's fair. So there's 3 relics. These are mostly things that tanks need to keep in mind.
that include me as the tank?
Yes.
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 Oh, damn it.
The boss will activate the relic closest to him when they hit 75, 50, and 25% health. If they activate the same one twice, they get a 300% damage buff, and that's basically a wipe for us.
Well, that sounds like it wouldn't be very fun.
Not at all. So the purple one is the Void Stone. If that's activated, you need to nuke the boss that's activated it. They get a shield. If you don't break the shield, no one receives healing as long as it's active. That's basically what that is.
Geo.
Yeah.
On the Angry Assignments, it's for full 75% you want to do Tempest Caller first.
Why?
Just get spread them out.
Yeah, but they are spread out, aren't they?
You generally want to do it like first, then do as like the second one is 25% for Zakaj. Like the furthest you can get from spread out.
Yeah, but they are. Sort of. Kind of.
Slightly, a bit, more or less. Could be. In some way, to some degree.
Yeah.
So are you gonna let me carry on with the synonyms, or is someone gonna explain more?
No, the reason I put the Void Stone first is because it blocks all healing, so I want everyone to be as healthy as possible when we pump it first.
Okay.
Wasn't it the one that needs healing first? Because you can use your cooldowns and then last, so you'll have your cooldowns back up for that.
The
again.
Tempest one, yeah.
That's what I remember from the that boss guide.
No, and apparently they need to die at the same time. That's been a while.
Yeah, they
since
do.
we had
20 seconds.
It's been a while since we had a nice little mechanic like that.
Ah,
Yeah, within 20 seconds of each other, they die.
Okay, I'm just gonna mute myself for a second.
When's the last thing 2 things? Well, I guess the robots at Opulence, but not really. They just
Storm
need to
Wall.
sort of wait with those.
Oh, hang on a minute. So
Yeah,
basically,
there was
the best
2 bosses
boss-
last week.
yeah.
Well, you know, it's slightly different though, because these apparently just don't die and heal each other if you muck it up. With them, it's you can kill them, But you better be real quick with the other one afterward, because some bar is
I
going.
mean, have you tried tanking Opulence with 100% increased damage?
No, but I'm
Doesn't
pretty
go
sure.
well.
I'm pretty well. He can only eat one if you kill one of them first. I'm pretty sure we could manage that on normal.
Yeah,
What?
each one is 100%.
I thought they were 50% each.
No, I'm pretty sure they're 100% each.
I'm pretty sure we could still manage one stacked on normal.
Probably survive 2 stacks on normal.
Okay, I've changed the relic order.
So basically, that's the relic order.
Well, let me just
Forgetting an H there.
here.
Oop.
Yeah, that's what I wrote as well.
Sorry,
Yeah, so
this is throwing me.
carry on with the relics and what they actually do. The blue one, that's the Tempest Collar that'll spark damage across the raid. If you're under 25% health when it takes damage, you die instantly. So if you are at that threshold and you're not getting any heals, use like a potion or a health stone. Well, we don't have a warlock, so that's not gonna work out very well. Use any damage mitigation you have during that, basically, that's what you want to do. The one in the back is the Trident of the Deep Ocean. That spawns a bubble shield. Tanks generally want to keep everything in there. It takes 75% of the damage all the enemies inside of it take. And then if it expires, which I think is in 20 seconds, it explodes
For however much is
for
left.
however much health it has left onto the whole raid. So you want that dead, basically. That aside, at spawn whenever a relic is used, Cthulhu the Feared ones is just one ad. That one has to be nuked. Once it reaches 1% health, it won't die immediately. It will start regenerating health at an increasing pace. You need to kill it a few times before it despawns. I think it stays for 3 minutes. The other guy, Speaker, spawns 3 ads. They all start casting 6-second cast, I believe. Once it finishes, they kill themselves and they burst damage on the whole raid. So we don't have to DPS those, we just have to interrupt them. What we want to do is stagger the casts so they don't all go off at once. But generally just let them cast and they'll die by themselves. We just don't want that to overlap with other things, like the collar, sparking damage on everyone and then getting a burst of damage from one of those in. Or if we have to nuke the bubble shield from the Void Stone, because obviously we can't get healing at that point. That's generally all there is. There's Void Crashes going around. You want to soak those after they bounce twice, because then they do less damage, but you do want to soak them, because there's going to be a lot of them otherwise. Yeah, I think that's it for the tactics for this boss.
Some of that went over my head. So
Exactly,
flustered
Corey, I
from
couldn't
people
put it
talking to me.
better myself.
A Aphoric Blast will turn
Yeah.
into an Angel of Demise like with a permanent debuff though.
Yeah, but that's only for the ranged tank, and as long as that ranged tank does not stand near anyone else, as in 5 yards away,
Since he doesn't
that
know
one...
the tactics, maybe you try to explain.
It's actually apparently that thing also
Casper?
makes me do the big threads, so I can explain.
Yeah, it gives you threat. So, at the start, you want to be the only person hitting the speaker for a few seconds until you've got the debuff and some good threat, and then everyone else can resume DPS on it as well.
Cool.
Basically, just don't stand within 5 yards of anyone else, or you'll give them the debuff, and when it expires, they become hostile to everyone else.
Okay.
Zerny's also a druid, he could go into bear form and taunt.
Don't give people psycho aids. Okay.
Help. I'm actually not sure how you would go about repositioning the speaker if he's ranged. I think you just don't want to be near him when he casts Apothic Blast.
Alright guys, let's do this.
Also no Mass Dispel for the other priest, or Revival for the monks.
Right,
The
promises
debuff.
of power.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mass Dispel is gonna make take you a lot of damage. Take all of them.
You might get debuff with Dark Herald. That makes you give a buff to everyone around. Well, a debuff to everyone around you for 10 seconds. It sparks twice every 5 seconds. Everyone that gets the Promises of Power takes a stacking buff that makes them do 10% extra damage. But it also decreases their health by 10% every stack. When it's dispelled, the person dispelling takes a burst of damage from it. So you don't want to mass dispel or use revival or anything like that.
It's apparently 52,000 per dispel you do. So yeah, if you mass dispel that, you're probably dead.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Yeah, you have about, how long is it? I think it's a 15-second cast on the big ad to kill it, or else everyone gets feared and takes damage.
Visage from beyond.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if there's anything I missed now, we can probably.
Yeah, I
pick it
think
up
we
in the
should
fight.
probably just have a go
Yeah.
at it, because a lot of people are basically here watching their brains leak out of their ears and
Yeah.
trying to remember anything you said unsuccessfully. Nothing against
Fish.
you, it's I know people who raid and they generally don't retain all this in
Yeet.
one.
I know, but like this, at least I can go. Well, I told you when
Oh.
someone fucks something up,
Does
and
anyone
it
have a
can be.
mailbox?
Well, you didn't tell me when they do. So.
See, this man is smart.
You take the first start on me here.
Yeah.
What? Boo.
No pre-ban.
Just say yeah.
Are you
doesn't
taking
help.
first ult or am I? Yes.
Oh, apparently you are. Oh, okay. What the hell happened there, boy?
You pulled on off.
You're an absolute pig zero of this, boy.
Crush him down. Oh, I don't know what to do.
5, 4, 3,
Move away from the cone.
1.
Go away, please.
Which one's the one we want to trigger first? Tempest called it blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that went over my head because I was flustered. Terrible with people talking to me.
Assuming I spoke something.
Oh, given, you know, I do YouTube videos and all that.
Multi-dot the speaker now as well, by the way.
I just still get flustered by it.
79%, 78.
Healers, get ready to pop some cooldowns here.
Oh, that's a big square.
Make sure you're not under 25%. Oh boy.
Taking taunt, boy.
Oh, bye, everyone.
Okay.
That one.
I looked away.
Witness
We
the
is
end.
the dead.
No one interrupted.
Yeah.
Okay, it does seem like the guy I'm tanking just straight up has a max range, so I could just run him closer to the other relic when I need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, which means I also need to be at max range of him. I'm figuring it out. I think, right, this is going to be a super fun boss for me. Stand there away from the raid, hit the guy with the tentacles, don't get in the way.
I mean, they both have tentacles.
Just try to not be too far away, so we can still heal you.
Guy.
Yeah.
I know, but I do have to be like far enough away, and he does put loads of shit on the ground I have to dodge.
The actual debuff is only 5 yards around you, so you don't have to be that far away.
Yeah, but he also, like, around where I'm standing, tends to put like these big clumps of purple AoE shit that I'm meant to dodge, I'm pretty sure.
There's void crashes going around if this is what you're talking about. Those are everywhere.
I don't know what it was.
Alright. Cerebral assault.
Everyone make sure you keep an eye on the speaker,
Oh,
because
yeah.
he does a conal that also makes you hostile to the raid for a few seconds.
It's permanent on heroic.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No,
No,
it's
it's not.
4 seconds.
You,
4 seconds. It
You
literally
sound
says
salty.
4 seconds.
4, 3,
Why you
That's
lying
me,
to us,
Jacob.
man?
1.
Oop.
Now take the taunt item.
Yep. My UI is screaming at me to take Zakaj.
Watch the Colonel.
no, okay, that's nowhere near me.
Blown away from me.
Matthews run out. Yep, taking taunt.
Remember to interrupt these.
With the last one cast? Or...
Do I?
Until
Taunted item.
Yep.
Yep.
Palnai's been down.
Yep. Stunned.
Injurer? Okay.
Yeah, there's one over here and no one's picking it up. I only have one
Right.
side, guys.
Gotta keep staggering the interrupts.
I interrupted one of them then, but
Now I'm left with the Eagle.
Shadow Crash got me.
Oh.
You want to switch to the speaker after the 75% one on the feared, by the way. All DPS. Tanks stay on the feared. We basically want to trigger the 75% after each other, then the 50, then the 25, because they have to die at the same time.
Oh, okay.
My plane time expires in
So, what do we do?
Currently tanking.
Corey long.
Oh yeah, no
New
one's
bank.
tanking right now. This is a wipe, by the way.
What? No.
we're just
I wonder what you go away.
now we set the boss.
Let's try. Run.
Wait, doesn't it do
Somehow I
massive
know.
damage to you if you go in there?
I think that's the
Oh,
next
yes.
boss.
Owie. No, it's a debuff.
Huh.
It's a debuff.
Yeah.
It basically makes you useless for 30 seconds.
healing and damage done reduced.
Run, run. No, reset, you piece of shit.
That's what it said.
Oh well.
Oh,
It's gonna smack you at the door.
Christ.
You know, the guy I'm cosplaying as is the one boss I haven't killed. Well, one of the few bosses I haven't killed in, wow. Coal Fang Reservoir.
I see a
Sophia,
Gotek
kill
in the future.
yourself.
Look at her go! Jump in the water!
Sophia, you're wasting our time. Come on.
I'm getting completely overwhelmed here. It's very frustrating. It's kind of rough to get, you know, back into this. Right into this. Ugh.
Right, so after we get Fathul to 75%, swap DPS to the other guy. Generally, you just want to cleave him if you can multi-dot or something. Do that, because we want to trigger the 75% on Fathul, then the 75% on Speaker. Rinse, repeat.
we're waiting on people.
We're a man down.
Corey, use your eyes. God damn.
Well, you know, I thought it was a red by now.
Never DC'd.
No, he's
That's all
away
set
getting
Viking.
game time for
Oh.
the third time. Oops.
Nice.
Not the bees.
What, did it just run out of game time and hit pull or something?
No, it's got like 30 minutes.
20
left.
minutes.
Naga, I challenge you to a fight. Crab people, taste like crab and talk like people.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I couldn't hear anyone for a while.
I challenge you, yes. After this fight.
Am I missing a buff?
It sounded like that really disappointed.
You.
'Bubbles.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You will not hide from me.
How many stacks of promising power do we put before this time?
Good question. I hadn't thought about that.
Oh, yep, cone. Right in the middle of the group.
You all
Well,
But you can
4 people now have Sunfire. Get on the spelling.
Hey folks, I had to mute myself. I got dinner
I'll let you take the next one, then I'll talk. Corey.
once again.
Yep.
What is it with me and recording and having food? I was worried if my control key is getting pressed down. Did once. Do.
Okay, not all of them.
Let one of them cast.
Well, we need one of them to kill themselves and the other to interrupt.
We need
Interrupt
all
2 of them, the 2 closest ones.
Interrupted one. Oh, we
Oh,
interrupted
you got
all
interrupted
3
again?
again.
Again, leave the one in the back
Interrupted
uninterrupted.
one. It's fine, I interrupted one.
Yep.
We need all
no,
of
we didn't interrupt 2 of them.
Just have them trigger like from the distance.
No. Ow.
No, because they disappear, guy. You can't mark them before they appear.
They explode and
It's simple. Just have the furthest away from the boss trigger first, and then the next furthest. So the melee can interrupt the closest ones to the boss.
And again, after the Tempest Caller, please switch to the other boss.
Got it.
Velia, the idea is you just let them cast one by one. So you let one cast, everyone gets healed up. Let the next one cast, you heal up. And let the next one cast and heal up.
Yeah, you need to wait 6 seconds at least after one explodes, because you take more damage from the next explosion for 6 seconds after one pops. That's why it's wiping us so easily, because it's only 60k damage, but it obviously doubles every time.
Well, it's 70, but yeah, I mean,
So just
tanking
from
the other
our
one.
perspective, let them go from like right to left in that order.
Tanking the ranged one is super fun. Basically, I stand there and I hit it.
I feel like there should be something more after that.
Nope.
You stand there and hit it.
I stand there and hit it, and it hits me back. It's like a Final Fantasy game.
I mean, isn't that just DPS in general? Minus the hitting
It's
you back?
DPS in general, you have to do stuff. I just have to stand there and hit the guy.
Yeah, but you're still a DPS, you still have to do stuff.
But still.
Come on, Tangle, bless.
Bless.
Okay, I'm just gonna separate them. Okay.
Tangle eat.
Shut up.
Tangle.
5, 4,
Hey folks, sorry. I was having dinner. It's lovely. Got curly fries here, and they're the best I've ever had. They're really nice. Ooh, damn, I should have popped this. Got carried away. Cool.
I'll let you take the next one, then I'll take the
Yep. I suppose have that glowy circle in the middle of the group. The range, careful of the Serpal Assault. Right.
The pronunciation keeps throwing me off. It wouldn't be cerebral. Cerebral?
I was gonna say that, but never mind. It bounced somewhere else anyway. Oh, Jesus. Right, empowering relic. Right. Oh, someone's dead.
Oh, shield.
Careful by the call.
Okay, let that cast go.
Okay, let this one cast and switch DPS to the speaker, please.
Hey guys.
Ranged. You ran out of range.
Well, I have to run in the.
We don't have one.
Well, it won't help. It won't aggro back to me anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, Sophia, don't stand near people, you're the new tank.
Nope, it already switched. I think. Did you panic invis or something when it was shooting you?
No, it's just everyone's DPSing it at the same time. The range needs a few seconds to get.
Well, no, but the first Aphotic blast that shoots at you, it increases your threat by 150.
Sophia, also try to get him closer to the Void Stone, because he's gonna go for the Tempest Caller this way.
It's on Sky.
Well.
Oh, it took the Void Stone anyway.
Hit the speaker hard. Can't receive healing until the speaker shield is gone.
Oh, fuck me, and I'm nearly dead.
Yeah.
Guy takes the hunt, thank you.
Oh, we got it.
People just ran out and just like, I'm really dead.
DPS that ad, it's about to fear everyone.
One ad.
Bye everyone.
Yay, warrior.
I'm gonna die.
Ah!
That's right.
No, not the water!
I'm a warrior.
We're good.
The water is fine.
Valley is currently tanking it, I think. Or now.
Yep.
Stone, be careful, move. Slurp, move.
Right, I'm gonna soak this.
Ah, people are gonna get mind controlled soon.
Oh, fuck, that's a big one.
I mean, it's not a mind
Take
control.
control.
They can still
Oh.
DPS the boss. They just can't heal them.
Do we need which one next?
Oh, I didn't even realize I got hit by this.
Purple.
Okay.
Good.
Well, by mind control, I mean when the Aphotic blast wears off.
Yeah.
Take Don Aiden.
Makes them hostile to all allies, so.
Aren't we supposed to switch the big guy?
It's on this relic thing,
Swap
yeah.
back to Cthulhu. But I think we're wiping, just try to get as far as we can now.
Yeah, it's just that if they hit 50% at the same time, it's definitely fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. No DPS on the speaker anymore, please, except for whoever's taking it.
I've got a Photic Blast.
Oh boy.
Well, that means you all have a problem.
Yeah, we have a big problem.
No, you're not, Sophia.
So have I.
Yeah.
I think the speakers run out of targets.
Nobody, Sophia. I'm supposed to be tanking it, and I died about 3 minutes ago.
Sophia, you can't tank it unless you attack it.
It's just now it's on tracks.
Yeah.
Well, you could have tanked it, because you were the first one it shot after I died, but then you blinked away and did some shit and switched the sky. But I kept hitting it.
I think Sky might have just burst on it and gained enough threats.
Okay, you're still in control of your characters, so they were
Would
just
be impressive.
willingly
Philosophy
attacking
has a
each other.
100%.
Willingly attacking.
Are you sure?
I still
trying
think
to
go
do
as far as we
best
can, to be quite honest with you.
Just to see more of the tactics.
well,
I don't know what they were
just
trying to do
because
there.
the end is inevitable.
Oh, now
doesn't
it's a
mean you
wipe.
need to speed.
Yeah, I couldn't take more than 6.
Oh yeah, now it's a wipe.
Well, I mean, you could say thanks to Hayden, they revived him.
Okay, on to third relic.
Oh no, that one has the money.
well, everyone's gonna commit die now.
Go commit unalive.
Live.
Commit Fortnite without the parachute.
Now you may all commit. I would certainly be making some such noise if I saw these tentacle monkeys coming at me.
I keep telling you, it's buff noodles and skinny noodles.
I don't need to know all the nicknames for your penis and your face.
Does he have two? What the fuck?
Well, his penis is a skinny noodle and his face is a buff noodle.
No,
he's got pencil
skinny
dicks.
noodle is flaccid.
God.
Basically, what happened to Sophia was Zephyr died, and then you got threat. The idea is one of the ranged players tanks the off boss, so their cast, which puts an AoE on, well, is an AoE hit, causes the person it hits to generate more threat. And when that debuff runs out, it charms them basically. So the idea is one person keeps the debuff on them and tanks the boss. What happened in that pull was when Zephyr died, it went on to you, and then you lost aggro to Sky, so it started spreading the debuff around.
Please, my name is Casper. Sophia's the one you're talking to.
Yeah.
Stop calling me Sophia then.
I was talking to Sophia.
Yeah, but you said.
Yeah, but I was
when
explaining
Sophia
what
died.
happened.
Yeah, but when you said when Sophia died, which
She
that's her,
understood,
that's
it's
not-
okay.
Still weird.
Five,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
God, these curly fries are lovely. And I made that mistake again. I have to get back into raiding.
Yep.
Cerebral assault, careful.
I've got this.
It's fine. It's little damage.
Yeah, I can mitigate all of it though. If I'm not currently tanking them as well. They have some big shiny ones. Alright, Evan.
Interrupt.
I set my interrupt with someone else.
One in the back.